Hello, so in this video we're going to walk through using a debugger in vscode and all the features that it has to get you set up to be a debugging pro. So if you load up vscode and you happen to be following along, clone the repo and you can copy exactly what I'm doing or just sit back and watch. So the first thing to look at is that we have a main.py. So this is our main script where it pulls everything together. And what are we trying to do? So it's a very simple project where we're going to receive a list of circles of different size radius. So one radius is 5, another is 4, another smaller circle has a radius of 2. And the aim of our script is to sum up the areas of each circle and return the total result. And so as you can see, that is handled by this high level function sum circle areas. It returns the result and we do some printing of values and results and check it's the right number. And so I can look to run that file, which I'll do now. And what you'll see is I'm getting an error here, as can be the case in real life, right? Your code never works first time. So I've set it up so that the result we're getting is 142. But I know the true value is 141.37. So our job here is to figure out what's going wrong, and in doing so learn how to use the debugger. Okay, so how do you go about debugging this then? How do you figure out what's going wrong? As we discussed in the last video, the key thing that a debugger offers you is the ease of adding breakpoints. I've just added one here on line 7. So you go to the left gutter, whatever line you want to stop at, you click, make a breakpoint, and what that fundamentally does is it allows your code to run to that point, stop, and then you can inspect the values of variables, objects, functions at that specific point in time. So I'll do that right now. I'll hit the play button, I'll hit debug Python file. It runs to that point, it's stopped, indicated by the yellow line, and this toolbar where it's saying, are you ready to play yet? And I'm going to draw your attention to two things. So the first is in the top left, you'll see it's a window called variables. This is everything that's in state at that specific point in time. And it kind of makes sense. So the first thing to call out is circle R's. This was declared on the line before. So it's a list, it's held in state, it's called the values. The C might be a little bit confusing, but as you can see, we imported a function from the module calculations and aliased it as C. You see, and the reason we do that is because we use this c.sum circle areas. And so all of this is telling us on the left is that we have a module aliased as C in our state. So we have access to be able to use those functions and variables contained within that module. And then special variables, you don't need to know about for this video, but just know it's kind of a load of built-in variables and objects that are kind of always present. So you only need to know it when you need to know it, sort of thing. Now the second thing I'll draw your attention to before I continue is that we're still paused in the middle of our script. We can play around with the variables and the functions held in state. So if I type circle R's, that's been declared, I can access it, I can do what I want with it, play around with it. If I try to say, see what the value of result is, it's not defined. That's because we've only paused our code before executing line 7. So result isn't a variable at this point in time. So it all makes sense, right? And that's really, really powerful to allow you to say, I want to stop at this point in my code, this point, and figure out what's going on. And so to come back to our main objective, figuring out what's going wrong with our function, I think crucially, it's going to be in the depths of this function. So if I command and click, it takes me to where that function is defined in calculations.py, and I can start to have a look at what these functions are. You can see there's a load of helper functions. So it's how to square a number, how to get the area of a circle, sum up all the circle areas, and round a result. So what I'll just do is I'll have a look at this area of circle function and see if it's doing anything. So if I go back to where we were, line 7. If I hit play, what's going to do is start executing this line, which means it has to go inside here. It will execute this line, start this loop, it will go here, this is a function, so it will go to here, and we'll expect it to pause at this, line 15. So if I hit play, boom, it's stopped there. And again, take a look at the variables, you'll see radius has a value of 5. So we're clearly dealing with the first loop here, the first circle radius. And we can be like, okay, this is quite a simple function to debug and check it looks right. So if I look at math.py, oh, that's what I expect, 3.14. If I look at radius, we know it's 5. If I do squared of radius, I know I would expect it to be 25. Okay, it looks good. So this function to me looks pretty good. If I hit play, oh, it's come back to it again. The reason for that is that we're in this loop of going through each circle radius, getting the area of the circle, and appending it to the total. So fine. What I'm going to do is pause after we've done that, after we've summed up all of the circles, inspect the result before we go any further. So hit one more time, we're dealing with the last radius, boom, it's done that. So we've now paused at the next breakpoint I've stopped, line 28. If I inspect my total, 14137, hang on a minute. If I go back to main.py, I knew that was the result that I expected, but if you recall from the terminal, I never showed you, but the result I was getting was 142. So I wonder why that is. So if I come back, I can see my total is 141. It's what I expected. What is this +1 doing here? Okay, this is a trap that I laid, and so if I now do this, if I now rerun this, because I've solved that issue, result is 141. There's no assertion errors. It's all good. And so that is how you might use debugging to uncover issues in your code. Like, it was a little bit over the top because I'm purposely showing you where you can set breakpoints, how you can step through functions, but that is a very quick way to get set up using the debugger and really reap the benefits of being able to stop, play around with the code at certain points in time. Now, the only other thing I'll tell you before finishing is about the call stack. So it's a concept in programming, but what I'll do is I'll just hit debug. We're back at line 7. We'll continue, so we go a bit further into this main function here. Okay, so I'm now at line 15 in calculations.py. The call stack window here, what this is telling me is we're paused on a breakpoint and we're currently at line 15 in the function area of circle. But it's like a stack of functions that the code is executing. So area of circle was called by some areas of circle. So you can kind of step down into the stack and say, okay, so this is what called area of circle. And then if I go back to the one below it, what called some circle areas, it was this line in main.py. And so this is really useful because you can look at the scope of variables and things at each part of the stack. So if you look here, in the scope here, we only have radius. But then if I step into what called it to get to that line, it was some circle areas. Okay, here, takes me to that line. I also have access to what variables and things were in state at that point. Or I can step another level below that and okay, I can see circle R's, I can see my modules and so on. And so you can imagine in big code bases, you could have a stack of like 7, 8 functions deep, and it really helps you navigate, okay, what's calling what, with what variables, with what parameters, and so on. And it's really, really powerful. So I'll just call that out. So yeah, that's been a video. Stay tuned for a part 2 where I go for a couple of advanced topics on debugging. I hope this was helpful, and if you did get some value out of it, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. Cheers.